Hi, guys. How is everybody? Are we counting down till Christmas break? Yes. I wanted to talk to y'all. I bet you're wondering why I'm wearing my fancy dress today and I'm wearing my fancy jewelry today. It's because I wanted to tell you. Hello? I think the Grinch is messing with us. I wanted to tell y'all about the Christmas party we had last night. We had our annual Spirit of Life Ladies Ornament Exchange, and it was so much fun. I wore my fancy dress and my fancy stuff, and everybody came in their fancy attire, and we saw so many ladies that we haven't seen in a while, and it was so good to be together. Isn't it fun to be with friends you haven't seen in a long time? I know. Well, we were all having the best time. We were eating good food that Miss Deidre made, and we were just enjoying ourselves. And we moved over to the circle, and we were starting to sing Christmas carols. And do you know who showed up? The Grinch. Just like that, he came in blaring a foghorn, being mean and ugly and nasty, making rude comments, and he just got right up in the middle of our exchange. We had a cute little tree in the middle, and he kept picking the ornaments off and throwing the ribbons around. He would get in our way so we couldn't see. And yes. And so we decided we would just keep going. Thank you, Grinch. We decided we would just keep going and be nice to him. So we continued our exchange. He continued with his nasty comments. He would stand right in front of you where you couldn't see what was going on. He was so rude and annoying. But you know, the strangest thing happened. Well, let me back up a minute. Why was he being so rude? He wanted to destroy Christmas and destroy our fun. Do you know why? Because his heart was 2 sizes too small. Yes. You did? Well, it's got to be pretty uncomfortable when your heart's 2 sizes too small. Do you know what happens to our hearts when they get too small? They get heavy. And they probably turn blue like this because they're not getting enough oxygen and blood. So it's a pretty awful feeling. You want us to pass it around? So when our hearts are heavy like that, it sure makes you grumpy. I'll show you in a minute. So it starts making us feel grumpy, and we can't enjoy Christmas, and we don't want other people to enjoy Christmas. And it's just not a good feeling. It is so sad when our hearts get like that. But you know what? A funny thing happened. There is not a bag in there. So, as we went along, we continued being nice. You don't touch that, Miss Riley. And you know the strangest thing happened? He started feeling little flutters in his chest. He started making nice comments. And then he'd catch himself and go, uh-oh, mm-mm. And then all of a sudden he was grabbing his chest and he lay down in the floor and he was just having a fit. We all thought he was having a heart attack. Miss Carol tried to give him CPR. It was scary. Yes, and he just laid there. And all of a sudden his heart was going boom, boom, boom. You know why? His heart was growing. It was growing, and he didn't know what to do about it. And he was like, I'm feeling nice, and I don't want to. And oh, my goodness, it was a sight to see. So, all of a sudden, he's being nice. He's saying nice things, and he's singing Christmas carols, you know, because his heart grew. And do you know what happens when our hearts grow? Christmas carols. We were singing Christmas carols, and the Grinch was singing Christmas carols with us. Yes, it was awesome. And do you know why I think his heart started growing? We were being nice to him, yes, and that always helps. But you know what? I think he saw all those ladies from Spirit of Life, all of us here that know the love of God and have the light of Jesus in our hearts, and he could see that. And it permeated that old stinky green fur of his. And all of a sudden, he just had to be nice because it was love. It was love getting into his heart and getting under his skin. And you know what happens when we have a big heart and it grows and we know the love of God and we have the light of Christ in us? It gets light and it grows and it's out there for everybody to see and it sparkles. And let's let the balloon fly for a minute. And it sparkles and everybody can see that we know the love of Jesus and it's in our hearts. Don't judge. Do you know how hard it is to find a plain red balloon this time of year? Yes, it is. If it was Mr. Grinch's birthday, that would be perfect. So I just want to remind you guys to not be Grinches this year. Remember that this is a time of year that's hard for some people. Some people have lost loved ones or don't have these nice big families like you do, or maybe they don't have a lot like you do. Some kids don't get presents. That's very sad. Maybe you could share some of your presents with them. Yes. That would be a very nice thing to do this time of year, to be especially nice and make somebody stay and make somebody's heart grow and make your heart show that you love Jesus. Okay, can we do that this Christmas season? Can we share with others and be nice and let our hearts shine like that? I know you guys can do it because I know all of you love Jesus. And y'all can go on to Children's Church now. Thank you.